spring themed colors for this drawing, and I hope that you guys find the items I chose fun. Last time I feel like we had a lot of fun with I think I last time the winter items were a scarf, cowboy hat, and a character. So this time we're doing the boots, a bug, and a flower. Um, and I'm like last time I include the character, so you can it could be more based on a story. So having a main character on your page will definitely help it feel like you're making a story page of a book. So I'm gonna make. I thought about this, and I think I'm gonna make my character the flower. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, but if anyone has anything to share or want to say, please, yeah, chime in and don't be afraid to ask any questions too. Let me make sure. I lost the chat already, just to be sure. Okay, there it is. Okay, now I have the chat up to make sure I can see that. But I like to start off with pencil and then I go in with color after that, like to do my overall drawing so I can erase and plan what I'm doing. I did talk about this last time too, but definitely like pages in children's books, like what we're doing now, we are doing just like a one-off drawing, but typically you would make like several drawings of the same page just to get like your idea figured out and down. So don't worry about this page being like the end of the page or the final page, because after this you can go back and fix things that you wanted to include or you didn't like how you drew something, so you can use it as reference to start over again. I think, and because we're just going to be able to do one page here, and the tool I'm using right now is a pencil, so I feel like it's okay that I erase and go back on my iPad.
Do the same thing as you do.
Oh, can you repeat that? I couldn't hear.
Do we have to do the same thing as you do?
Oh no, you don't have to copy my drawing. I'm just drawing with you so you can see what I'm doing. You could definitely do your own drawing or you could do what I'm doing, but I definitely encourage you to draw your own picture. Yeah, but we'll try to keep it a spring related picture and like try to finish the sentence on the first day of spring, dot, 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 like what happened on the first day of spring? What were you doing? What was someone else doing? What was a character doing or an animal? Like what did they like to do? So I'm gonna make this flower my person for this and try to make them wearing boots if I can get room in here. Okay. But I do like to color in with paint a lot, and that's what I like about James Stevenson's work is he does a lot with like harsh ink lines which stay pretty bold, and then he can very easily go back in with watercolor to color it in, and it doesn't erase his lines. So that's a really fun way of doing it, and uh, and it makes it easier too because he doesn't even have that much color or detail going on, but you can still tell what he was doing for that. Let's see, this flower could be. Okay, let's see. I don't know what I want my flower to be doing yet. We're gonna have to figure that out. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What were the 3 items?
They were a flower, boots, and a bug. If you can get any of those in there, that would be really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. Actually,
What application are you using on the iPad?
oh, I'm using a program called Procreate. It's an app on the iPad. It's a one-time purchase. It costs like I think $10. It's a really fun app to have.
Procreate.
Yeah, Procreate.
It's really cool. I like that. Sorry to ask a technical question.
No, that's okay. I don't mind because I know a lot of people have iPads now, and it's a really easy program to use. It's pretty easy to figure out, and they have a lot of fun pens and pencils on here.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Does anyone else have like favorite things that you like to draw with? Oh, go ahead.
You need to draw with the same 3 things.
You mean the 3 items that I said? Yeah, you can include more than those 3 items. If you try to like add those 3 things into your picture, that would help. It's to help you come up with an idea, but you don't have to include them, or you can include one. But it would be good for us to try to make our drawings be spring related if you want to, but that's the goal for today. Does anyone have any favorite tools they like to draw with or color with that they want to share? You can just unmute if you want to share, but yeah, I like colored pencils. I don't know. I want to see what everyone else likes to use.
I like the watercolor pencils where you draw and then use. I take those still. I don't have them here. The pens that are filled with water, and then you just.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've used watercolor pencils before. Those are definitely fun. They help you like get the, I guess, more precision on where you want the color to be too. But I've seen those pens that they like you fill it with water and it's a little brush. I think those are so cool.
They're great for taking out when you're, want to go outside and draw.
Yeah, I could see that being way easier than bringing a glass of water or a water bottle.
Yeah.
This isn't really a tool I like to color with, but when I draw, I like to blend with my finger.
Okay.
Yeah, for shadows and stuff.
Yeah. Do you blend are you drawing with like a medium or something that's easy to blend with your finger, like paint or pencils?
Like a pencil, like
Yeah.
this type. Not a color pencil.
Yeah, that's a fun way to blend out the colors and make shadows and stuff. That's a really good way to do that. But that's also a fun. Oh.
I draw some eagles and they're like dive bombing people.
Yeah. Go ahead. You can include whatever you want. I don't know what bug I want to include. I really like bugs. And I think they're really fun to draw, especially for springtime. And since the flower is flower sized, I guess I got to make everything big around it. Oh, maybe a ladybug. Those are my favorite springtime bugs.
Someone in the chat suggested a ladybug as well.
Oh my gosh, thought it at the same time. Thank you, Sloan. That's great. I love that. I think those I think ladybugs are one of my favorite bugs. I always like them. Let's include a few of them. And I'll personally try to hurry up so I could add some color too for you guys. So it's not just pencil.
I made an eagle that nagged the fish.
Oh, it got the fish. Yeah, nature stuff is always really good spring drawings to do. Let's see, I gotta do big grass pieces since we're on the ground here. And I like to handwrite my text like similar to how James Stevenson does. Usually I try to like leave room for that. I'm kind of noticing I don't personally have a lot of room. So I'll probably like erase a section like I'm drawing all these lines for grass, which like to take up the background. And then if I go with my eraser and just go through a section and get rid of those lines and interrupt it, I could use that space to write text. And I've seen that's definitely used a lot in like whether it's children's books or comics, but like just whether they erase it with like an actual eraser or people who add the text post like drawing where it's like actual text from a computer, they'll put like a white space over the drawing and add the type in the text there. So I'll probably add mine down here in this corner and I'll leave that blank for myself. Um, and I'm adding a bunch of clovers because that's another fun spring plant that I like. Let's see. Okay, I feel I'm ready for color, so I'm gonna switch what I'm doing. And switch to like I'm gonna use like a pen that says it's a chalk pen, but to me it looks more like a bigger color pencil. And I'll go in with that where my lines are, and let me see. I'll try. And with this, like, since I did use like a pencil to draw, like my colors would go over my pencil, which I think is okay, or they would blend with it, which is still similar to like what James Stevenson does. And it's also just like your personal preference, and everyone's style definitely is different from each other. So, and children's books are a really fun example of like artists playing around with how they draw and paint because you can get really like whimsical with it and things don't have to make sense. So it's really nice to see how different artists do it. I like to look at children's books just to get ideas and also ideas of like what colors to use, what colors look good together. And that's always a really fun way to do that too. Is anyone else using color yet? Or yeah. Does anyone have like a favorite spring color they like that they like a lot? Or you could go ahead and unmute. It just yeah.
I like the daisy yellow flowers.
Oh yeah. Oh, go ahead. I love the color yellow too, so I'll probably make my flower yellow, but yellow's a really great spring color. And if anyone feels like sharing what they've done so far, we could do that too. Oh, cool. Oh, I see the eagles. Yeah. Oh, that one's so nice too. What was the finish of your, did you write out the sentence?
Me?
Oh, did you write out the sentence on your picture too?
Yeah.
Okay, could I hear what it was?
On the first day of spring, the most beautiful rose bloomed.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Are you guys gonna color that page now?
My sister's coloring hers, but I'm still kind of sketching.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. That's the wrong color. I'm gonna make my flower yellow, like I said.
Like my picture like pop out with the Sharpie.
Yeah, it definitely did. It was really good. Sharpies are good for that, or any other like black marker or pen that you have is fun to do the lines in.
Some ducks in a pond, and I'm gonna make them yellow, kind of like rubber duckies.
Oh yeah, well like baby ducks are yellow too, I think. Like most of them are. So that's still good, yeah. And that's a good spring. Baby animals remind me of spring too. And eggs too, but I guess that's because of Easter. Oh, I guess I have to finish my sentence too. Let me write it out. Okay, so I'm gonna write my sentence on the blank space I made. Let me see if I can make it fit. I'm gonna call my flower Daisy. Okay, so I wrote on the first day of spring, Daisy went on a walk. And I have to fix the bottom here, wait. Okay, I'm gonna color around my text so it stays like popped out. I'll leave the space around it white. And that's always a good way if you color like a whole page that you have a blank space for where the text would be. Oops. Oh, and it was also just St. Patrick's Day, so I guess the clovers match that too. Oh, nice. I like all the colors you have in there. Okay, I'm gonna go and fill in green everywhere. Or just, yeah.
I haven't finished coloring, but I'll give you a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see. It's always so hard with the computer screens.
All right. Okay. So on the first day of spring, the daffodils popped up from their hibernation, but Grandpa didn't notice because he was asleep under the tree. So he's asleep under a willow tree. Which way am I going? The daffodils are popping up, and I can't see my camera. Flowers walking up to wake him up.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Very hard to. The camera's like.
I know it's so hard with the screens and webcam cameras.
Oh, and I got my butterfly in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Usually I wouldn't. I mean, these, like I said, like it takes like sometimes several drawings or pages to come up with a final page.
Yeah.
Like coloring in fast like this, I'm not really used to it either, but it is nice to just like also do quick drawings and let go like this to like
Yeah. So
yeah.
not what I usually do. I mean, I usually don't. This is the first time I've ever done like illustrate something. So this is really great. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Yeah.
Totally new for me. This is really cool.
Yeah, and books are such a big overall project to do. So it is fun to it's fun to make one page of a imaginary book that you thought of. So it's less of a commitment and a process. So having like one sentence and illustrating that sentence is really fun and like a good practice just to like get your mind going and drawing rather than feeling the pressure and time commitment of trying to create a whole book or story. And yeah.
I don't make like picture books, but I make like novels. But I like occasionally put in a picture, and I do a lot of details to those.
Yeah, that's fun too. Like I've seen that in definitely longer books and novels. There'll be pictures put in every few pages or chapters. So when it's not completely made of pictures, you do get to put like a lot more detail into it in time. With like children's books where the whole thing is pictures and relies on it, sometimes I like to make things more simple and easier on myself than trying to do something complicated for every single page. Which I definitely notice in James Stevenson work too, because he does a lot of like very loose watercolor stuff, and which is really fun and really nice to look at too.
How do you share this?
Cricket, you're on mute if you're trying to share.
I'm trying to, I think it says, on the first day of spring, Ben went to the garden and climbed a tree. And here is the boots he's kicked off and his flowers and the little ladybugs.
Oh, nice. I like that.
But
I don't know how you show your picture though.
and did you see my picture?
Yeah, I can
No.
see it.
Yeah, it's very sketchy. hasn't been filled in with a lot of color, but
Yeah, that's okay. It's a short amount of time. I usually don't have anything done this fast if I was doing it on paper too. Um, the the iPad is an unfair advantage sometimes.
I did mine.
Okay, let's see it. What was the sentence on your drawing?
On the first day of spring, I go to the park.
Yeah. Wow, do you ever see eagles at the park?
Not really. Just wanted to add that.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen an eagle before, but they definitely look cool in the drawing. I wish I saw eagles at the park all the time. That would be amazing.
I did a little bit of coloring on mine,
Yeah.
and I added the boots on the frog right here, and I added 2 bugs. I did
Yes.
color in the caterpillar, and then this flower right
Oh.
here.
I like that the frog's wearing the boots.
Thank you.
Are you using like paint on that?
I'm actually using colored pencils.
Okay, I couldn't tell too much. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I love color pencils. It looks good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. If anyone else has drawings they want to share, go ahead and hold it up, or if you're not done yet, that's okay too. Oh, nice. I love the bee with the flowers. The colors are great too. Oh, on the first day of spring, the bees come out. Yep, that's really nice. I love that. Yeah, good job. It's looking really good. I'm just trying to fill in the white background with grass. It's taking me forever.
So would an iPad drawing like this, which is really very excellent, by the way, would that actually be used in a book?
Yeah, a lot of like that would be honestly like if you a faster way to complete a book, but it is still considered like finished art. It's just digital. And I know a lot of artists that do use the iPad or Photoshop or something to complete a book. Some people do it like half and half, like maybe they'll have the sketch part on paper or part of the drawing done on paper with like traditional materials, and then they take a picture of it or a scanner and finish the color or do the rest of it with an iPad or their computer in Photoshop.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people who do mixtures of both now.
Yeah.
Definitely helps time wise and with deadlines and stuff, especially related to books. There's a lot of like times and dates to meet for that, so it's like really it can be making your process a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't look much different than if you'd done it on paper.
Right, yeah, like the iPad, I mean, a lot of these programs are really good at mimicking how brushes look, and it's really fun to play with all the different ones. If you have an iPad or even just on your computer, you can download. I don't know if Procreate is on the computer or not, but definitely if you have an iPad, it's really fun to like play around and draw on that too. And it's
Yeah.
good. It's good for testing out different styles or different ways of drawing because you can like erase it really quickly, or in this you play with layers and stuff like where different things are. Like I think my lines are on a yeah, my lines are on a different layer, so I just got rid of the lines, and that's what it looks like.
Oh, wow. That would be a good class to do, how to use these tools.
Yeah, Procreate is a fun thing to do. I like using it. I would definitely do a class on that too. There are also like videos on YouTube too that are fun to watch and figure out different ways of using it.
Yeah, this is really cool. Has business applications too. My mind's like,
Yeah, people use it for a lot of different things. Like you can import photos onto here and draw. Like I could take a photo with my iPad of something, and then you could draw over the photo, which is fun too. Like doing that for like people for their birthday or something is a fun idea that I've done before. So yeah, it's a fun tool to have.
yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. And it's much more affordable than like Photoshop or the Adobe programs because those are like monthly payments, and then this is a one-time purchase and it's only $10.
Yeah, the Adobe's prohibitively expensive.
Yeah,
First license, yeah.
it's absurd.
And it's very complicated to learn as well. It's not user
Yeah,
friendly.
I couldn't imagine. I don't know if I have the patience to, if I didn't learn it in school, if I'd have the patience to do it outside of school with someone teaching me, because that was definitely my least favorite class.
Right.
Does anyone else have any finished sentences to share, or you could type it in too if you don't want to unmute yourself?
I added on my drawing on the first day of spring, a tiny tadpole was born.
Oh yeah, I love tadpoles. Oh, that's cool too. Because you already have the frog, so of course there would be tadpoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen any yet, but I guess I haven't gone near water recently.
Okay.
Oh, cool, even more color. What are you using to color?
Me?
The necklace?
Yeah.
That was a
I
little present.
prefer crayons, I'm coloring with colored pencils right now.
Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, I guess like colored pencil and crayons are similar. Crayons would just be like a bigger, thicker color pencil. But color pencils are fun.
I'm not done with my picture yet. I haven't done the
Mhm.
sky, but I have done the person and like using pencil and coloring the outline, and then I'm using Sharpie to like outline it to make it like pop out of the picture.
Yeah.
And like I made the sun, and that's where I wrote on the first day of spring I went surfing.
Oh, cool. I love that.
First day of spring.
Can you show your picture, Xander?
Oh, cool. I like,
Nice. Cave.
yeah, I like that you wrote it in the sun. That was nice.
Wrote it in the sun because I don't really wanted to put it. I didn't really wanted to put it in the sky or the ocean, so I decided to put it. And then I decided to like make the sun, and then I was like, oh, that's the perfect spot to put my sentence.
Yeah, it definitely. That was good thinking on that.
As you can see, I don't have like the sky yet.
Yeah. Are you gonna make the sky a different color blue from the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I made another eagle down here, and he kind of blends in with the ground. And his like beak is like a whitish green. His beak is purple, but like his mane is like a whitish green because it's blending in with the ground. And that's why his thing isn't the perfect color like these also, because I tried to make him blending in with the ground. And he's also the king because he has a purple beak and a crown.
Oh, yeah. He's the special eagle. He's definitely in charge.
I added some black to my picture to make it pop out a little bit more, so you can like see a lot and like the grass stands out more. And I finished coloring it, so I think I'm gonna turn to a next page.
Yeah, I like how you added the black. I can definitely see it much better through the like webcam too. So that definitely worked.
Also, I started coloring my picture,
Yeah.
and I feel like it looks kind of like a sunrise, even though it isn't. The sun is like orangey.
Yeah, it looks so pretty.
Thanks. And I also added kind of different colors in the rows.
Oh, cool. I could see that. That looks so nice too. Yeah, it looks nice because it looks like you were like blending it too. So that's really nice.
Thanks.
Welcome. Megan, are you drawing today?
I'm not. I've mostly been observing and keeping an eye on everyone else's work. I should have been drawing, but I've been liking everyone's art so far. It's really fun.
Yeah, I definitely finished my drawing much quicker than last class.
I feel like the last class gave you a lot of suggestions you kept adding in your story. So
Yeah, there's a lot of things getting added to a room. Oh, I see
definitely.
someone in the chat. On the first day of spring, Yeah, if anyone has any last minute questions or anything like that, just feel free to ask. Or like if you think of something later, you can always email me too. Um,
Have most of you guys finished your pieces of stories and illustrations? I feel like, oh, some of you are still working on them. That's okay. Did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy the workshop this afternoon?
Totally.
Yes.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. And if you want afterwards too, with Emily's email, you can always send her your finished work if you haven't finished it yet, or if you want her to see it in better detail too.
yeah, I'd love to see pictures of them too, because it's always so hard to see things through the computer cameras.
So we have a couple of more minutes left. Anybody else have any questions or comments or anything they'd like to share? Oh, got an update.
A bunch of green, yeah, nice grass. It's looking good.
Oh, Ben, do you have your hand raised?
Do you want to see my free draw?
Yeah, I would.
Oh, nice. I love the butterfly. It's so pretty.
So colorful. So we have about 5 minutes left. If you guys are done, you're welcome to leave and wrap up. If not, you can stay and ask Emily questions, whatever you guys are comfortable with. But since we're in that last 5 minutes, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for joining us today for this virtual illustration workshop. And if you guys have any questions of Emily or myself, please don't be afraid to email us. And if you have any questions about the James Stevenson exhibition or the museum, you can email me.
Thank you, Emily and Megan. This has been really fun and I've gotten a lot out of it.
Awesome, I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you. I'll just, whatever. I don't know if you can see this, but
It looks great.
thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. And bye everybody else on the class.
Bye.
See you later, boys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, thank you very much. This has
Thanks,
definitely
Emily.
opened up a new area of drawing for me that I, had often thought about, but never really known how to just get past that blank page start. So this was really great. Oh, you have a cat too. I had to close my door to keep my cat out.
She was crying. I had to pick her up.
Mine's crying at the door. I gotta go, ladies. This is really great. I look forward to doing another session with you because it really is therapy. It's pure
Yeah,
therapy.
Awesome.
I'm glad it helped and that it gave you some ideas for drawing on your own too. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to look up the app because I've struggled with some of the apps on the iPad, and that's great for portability for when you're traveling and when we ever get back to airplanes and things, because trying to take pencils and that on airplanes is just
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
great.
this app is fun. So yeah, definitely look it up. It's really fun to use.
Yeah, and thank you all the children for showing me your lovely art. It was really impressive. Very, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm going to drop off, go rescue my cat before he
Enjoy.
okay.
Bye.
Thank you. That was fun.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for having this because I enjoyed it a lot.
Awesome. We glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, we hung
Thank
up.
you.
We hung up a little early.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
They had a great time. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.